Hey, what's up, everybody? FightHype.com live coming at you once again, ringside from the Resorts World in Las Vegas. Getting started a second late here. We're already midway through round one of Jeremiah Nakathila against Miguel Berchelt. Berchelt knocked out last February in one of the best fights of 2021 against Oscar Valdez. Kind of knockout where you don't know if he's going to be the same. So we'll see what we get tonight. Good body shot just now by Jeremiah Nakathila here in round one. Nakathila known as a guy who can punch, but against a great defensive fighter like Shakur Stevenson, he was never able to even really let his hands go, let alone land. And he's letting his hands go much more in round one than he did in any round against Shakur Stevenson last summer. So Nakathila actually getting off first from the outside now, letting go of combinations and landing a good left hook to the body just there. Berchelt getting out of a good jab by Nakathila. Usually the fighter from Mexico known for the body work, but it's Nakathila early. Good 1-2 by Nakathila too. Getting extension on his right hand on the outside there. Nakathila off to a good start here. Berchelt fighting on the outside against the taller, longer guy. Now Berchelt lands his first jab. But Berchelt fighting off the back foot to start this round one. Good right hand from Nakathila. And a good left hook to the body by Nakathila. Good stiff jab by Nakathila. Knocked Berchelt back a little bit there. Nakathila missed with the right hand, but then threw the jab like it was a cross and not a jab. Threw it with some power on it and turned on it. Good jab there by Berchelt as he steps forward. Berchelt now digging his feet in, stepping forward, gets out of the way of a 1-2, gets out of the way of another 1-2 by Nakathila, but Nakathila finishing up to the body after missing up top. Good left hook by Berchelt, though. Good jab by Nakathila, out jab Berchelt there. Round one coming to an end. Good right hand by Nakathila. Some decent little improvements from Berchelt head movement wise. Actually made Nakathila miss some of his shots up top, but really Nakathila got off first. He got off more often, and he has Berchelt on the outside where he wants him. But I expect Berchelt to start stepping in more as this fight goes on. But so far, 10-9 for the underdog, Jeremiah Nakathila from Namibia. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat tonight. I know I'm missing the Tim Tszyu fight, which sucks. So if you guys could keep me updated from what's going down in Minnesota while I'm keeping it locked in here in Vegas, that'd be awesome. I heard Tszyu got dropped. Isabella, what round? We are about to start round two. Nakathila won that first round. 10-9 Nakathila. Match is live, bro. All right, here we go. Round two set to kick off. If you're not listening to the great commentary of Andre Ward, Joe Testor, and Tim Bradley, you're listening to it here on Fight Hype, and we appreciate it. Let's see if the underdog Nakathila can keep dictating from the outside. He's letting his hands go here early in the second. Decent head movement by Berchelt. Berchelt still boxing right now. Not getting aggressive. Got touched with the right hand there. Berchelt bouncing on his toes. Going to his left. Lets out two jabs there. Back straight away from the long arms of Nakathila, but he gets away from that long right hand. Berchelt along the ropes, eats some good shots to the body there, moving his head, getting out of the way. But the body punches did land there for Jeremiah Nakathila. Nakathila really free swinging here. Could be in danger of being countered. Continues like this, but so far it's been effective enough to get him ahead. Oh, and now Nakathila walks Berchelt into a right hand there. Very nice. Good jab there by Berchelt. There has been some, even though he's been touched up and isn't exactly off to a good start here, I do see a little improvements in Berchelt's head movement. but he's yet to really let his hands go. And you got to wonder if he'll be a little more hesitant, a little more cautious after that scary knockout against Valdez. So far, he isn't throwing at the rate we're used to seeing him at right now, and he's fighting on the outside, which you would think gives Nakathila the best chance that he has. Nakathila firing off 5, 6 shots up the middle there. 1-2s, but Berchelt getting out of the way of some of them, but the activity for Nakathila carrying the day here in the second again. Good straight right hand to the body by Nakathila. Good left hook to the body by Nakathila after Berchelt slipped a 1-2. Nakathila coming underneath with the hook to the body when he misses those 1-2s up top right now. Good jab, good right hand by Nakathila. Not a good start here for Miguel Berchelt. Nakathila left hook gets blocked, but threw it with bad intentions there. 1-2s from Nakathila. Berchelt getting his head off the line a little bit, but then he eats a right hand right after that. Berchelt looking a little shaky on his, that's just his balance though. He always kind of steps around like he's on stilts, does Berchelt. Oh, another 1-2 for Nakathila, another 1-2 for Nakathila. He letting go of those shots with some confidence here. 2-zip, Jeremiah Nakathila. Right, Alan? 2-zip, Nakathila, right? Pretty easy to score so far. Got. Of course, I got my man Alan Dawson here ringside. I know you guys know him on Twitter. It's always good to poll our colleagues and make sure I'm not crazy here. Already 2-0, right? 2-0, right? Yeah, for the Namibian, yeah. Yep, that's 2-zip ringside by all accounts. Pretty easy first 2 rounds to score. Berchelt kind of languishing on the outside there, not letting his hands go, more concerned, more defensive oriented right now, more focused on defense and getting out of the way of shots and getting off right now, or even countering and punching in between Nakathila's punches. Looks like he's staying on the outside too much right now and is yet to let his hands go. Something I worried about heading into this fight, because the man's only human and suffered as scary a knockout as you'll see. I mean, he couldn't get up for 10 minutes and had to leave on a stretcher. He didn't know that he lost the fight until he asked his woman in the ambulance on the way home, or to the hospital. Round 3 now. Berchelt's got to start to step inside. He can't stay at this range. I mean, this is Berchelt's style. He's always been a guy who, even though he's a puncher and he's a Mexican fighter, he actually steps around quite a bit, likes to use his feet, and then unload bombs in combination. But he hasn't been comfortable enough to do that yet. And good work on the outside, as I say that, from Nakathila. Nakathila walking Berchelt down right now. Berchelt up on his toes. Blocks the left hook. Berchelt not getting it going with the jab yet. Good right hand, but Nakathila doing a really good job of and now the ref's warning Nakathila for keeping the punches up, but that left hook to the body looked clean to me. But Nakathila doing a really good job, and when he misses that 1-2 over the top, he brings the left hook underneath it to the body. Berchelt staying on the outside, not stepping in, and that's where the taller, longer Nakathila would appear to continue to have the advantage. Good jab. Down goes Berchelt. Berchelt goes down on a second of 2 jabs. It was 2 jabs. Second one drops Miguel Berchelt in round 3. And he does not look like the same fighter right now. This shouldn't be a surprise early on because of what we saw happen to him with Valdez. That was a brutal knockout. And early on, this doesn't look like the same Alacran. Let's see if the Namibian fighter goes for the kill. Good left hook to the body by Jeremiah Nakathila. Nakathila has come with purpose tonight and confidence. He has let his hands go. This is so far a performance that reflects well on Shakur Stevenson. Berchelt hurt. Berchelt not on fully stable legs, but Nakathila not emptying the clip, being patient. Good left hook to the body by Nakathila after missing the 1-2 over the top. He continues to bring that left hook after it. Good jab by Nakathila. Berchelt looking in no man's land on the outside. Looking like he doesn't have answers. Having problems defending himself on the outside right now. The size is taking a toll. Fighting a guy this tall. He's used to being the bigger, stronger guy at 130, and that's not really the case right now. Nakathila busting him up the middle on the outside. Big right uppercut from Nakathila. Nakathila in his bag, fighting the fight of his life through 3 rounds. 3-zip Jeremiah Nakathila, add in the knockdown, and he's got a 4-point lead early on. 30-26, Jeremiah Nakathila. Again, if you guys didn't see the knockdown, double jab, and the second jab did it. Dropped Miguel Berchelt. And again, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, let's see. Berchelt has really slow hands. He always has. But he's heavy-handed, and he was never afraid to let them go. Tonight, you're seeing a guy who's a lot more gun-shy, and who really wanted to work on his defense. And actually, in the first 2 rounds, even though he was getting touched, I saw some improvements in moving his head, but he's gun-shy so far. He's not letting his hands go, not stepping in, just languishing on the outside and getting beat by Nakathila. Nakathila showing solid, very solid speed tonight. Working the body, throwing 1-2s up top, using his length. 1-2 lands for him to start the 4th round. As of right now, he is in complete control. Berchelt hurt by a right hand there. Gets his hands up to block the combinations after, but a good left hook to the body by Nakathila, and a left hook up top, and a right hand up top for Nakathila. Berchelt hurt, stumbling. Berchelt in trouble in this 4th round, and he's not finding any answers in there. Again, Berchelt not... Oh, good right hand by Berchelt, but not a lot on that punch already. Some of the steam may already be a little taken out because his legs are not underneath him right now. Berchelt backwards, off the back foot. Nakathila very confident, imposing himself on him, but good right hand by Berchelt. Nakathila still has to be wise, not get overzealous. Berchelt stepping around, bouncing around. Nakathila staying on top of him. Good 2-punch combination by Berchelt. Left sweeping right hand and the left hook. Ooh, good straight right to the body by Jeremiah Nakathila. Good right hand to the body by Nakathila. Good jab by Nakathila. Out jab Berchelt there on the outside. Berchelt slips a right hand but gets touched by the left uppercut when he comes up. Double jab right hand for Nakathila. Good right hand for Berchelt. Berchelt landing a couple right hands this round. Still, big right hand by Nakathila. Berchelt took that one a little better and comes back with a left hook now. Fighting spirit starting to wake up in Alacran. Just a little bit. Nakathila definitely winning this round. Good right hand by Nakathila off the jab. But Berchelt stepping forward now. Big right hand for Nakathila. Berchelt now is stepping forward, though, is willing to get in range, seems to know he needs to do this, even if it risks getting him knocked out. He can't fight on the outside with this guy. Eating shots coming in is Berchelt, but he's coming in now. He's stepping forward, misses the 1-2, misses the left hook. Berchelt sloppy with his punching technique right now. Nakathila sharper and faster. Big 2 jabs for Nakathila, knocks the head back. Good jab again by Nakathila. These fans in Vegas trying to chant Mexico, 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 but 4 rounds to nothing. Jeremiah Nakathila, 40-35. Dropped Miguel Berchelt in round 3 and just busted him up on the outside, landed some hard right hands, just beating his man on the outside. Berchelt in the latter half of that round started to step in, started to show that warrior spirit and willingness to take one, to land one, but the form on his punch is not the best. It never has been, but doesn't quite have the zip on his shots tonight that we're used to. He's already taken some body work. Let's see what you guys are saying. Sir Wolf says Berchelt is not the same fighter anymore. That's definitely fair to say through 4 rounds. Absolutely. But I also think Nakathila was made to look worse than he really is against Shakur. And Berchelt, first fight at 35, one of his big advantages at 30 was his size. And that's taken away from him a little bit right now. But let's see what happens here in the 5th. Berchelt did start to step forward and seemed to say, okay, I just got to fight through this then. Jab stumbles Berchelt. More off balance than anything. Berchelt slips a 1-2 there. Oh, right hand knocks the sweat off Berchelt's head. Oh, big left hook lands for Berchelt, though. Good left hook. Best shot of the fight for Berchelt. Nakathila getting a little greedy, a little wide with his punches. And Berchelt took one to land one there. His best shot of the fight, but good right hand by Nakathila right back. But Berchelt now stepping in the range he needs to be in. Good left hook to the body and right hook to the body by Berchelt. Now stepping into the range he's going to have to be at to catch Nakathila as he opens up with those long arms. Berchelt can step in and nail him. Good jab by Berchelt. Berchelt coming on this round. Berchelt takes a step back to get out of the way of the jab. Gets right back in range now. Berchelt closing that distance like he needed to this round. Ugly punches, throws him off balance after he misses. Ugly sequence for Berchelt there. Good right hand by Nakathila, stumbles Berchelt. Another right hand by Nakathila. Berchelt eats it, stays on top of him. Good jab by Berchelt. Good right hand by Nakathila. These are home run right hands. Nakathila is teeing off at times. Good left hook by Berchelt, though. Both trade jabs, center of the ring. Right hand, left uppercut by Jeremiah Nakathila. Then a jab after it, but Berchelt took it well. Berchelt fighting determined. Gets Nakathila on the ropes, lets his hands go. Good work by Berchelt. Still losing this round. Good right hand to the body by Nakathila. Straight right hand by Nakathila. Left hook for Berchelt. Fight really having a good round here. Left hook right hand for Nakathila. Berchelt with a right hand, a left hook, but gets caught with a left hook back. Left uppercut for Nakathila. Right hand for Berchelt. Berchelt with a left hook. Berchelt has Nakathila fighting the fight he wants, but Nakathila landing a right hand in the exchange. Another big right hand by Nakathila, getting the better of it, but this is what Berchelt wants. Good jab by Berchelt. Fighting very determined right now, walking through the fire, really walking through some bomb right hands of Nakathila. Eats a left hook too. Five rounds to nothing, Jeremiah Nakathila, handing absolute bombs of right hands, turning the head and chin around of Miguel Berchelt every time with that. Definitely won the 5th, definitely has won all 5 rounds, but Miguel Berchelt had a much better round in that 5th round. Really took 1 or 2 to land one, and did get Nakathila's attention with a few left hooks there. But he's down 5 rounds to nothing, down 6 points. He's already getting close to needing a knockout in the second half of the fight. And also what you got to worry about for Berchelt is he fought the last several rounds against Valdez on autopilot. He didn't even know he was there. He was that concussed. This is the kind of guy who will fight off instinct when his brain is already taking a lot of punishment. So you got to worry about that with him in these rounds that keep coming up, especially if he's not actually winning any of them. But round 5, he definitely got closer to Nakathila and easily landed his best punches of the fight, but lost the round 1-2 for Nakathila to start round 6. Here we go. Dylan Capatillo, son of Jorge Capatillo, yelling ringside at Miguel Berchelt to be smart. Oh, good right hand by Berchelt and a good left hook as both fighters traded left hook. Berchelt timing that shot good, but a good left uppercut by Nakathila. Nakathila continuing to be the aggressor in this fight, continuing to be the man in control and on the front foot. Good jab by Nakathila. Good right hand by Nakathila. Berchelt loads up on a hook, but Nakathila smart, keeps that right hand up, catches it, and lands a jab right as he catches it. Berchelt loading up big on a hook, but misses. But Berchelt is looking for that left hook. Good jab by Nakathila and a right hand. Good body shots. Nakathila really letting his hands go tonight in combination. Not worried about missing the first or second shot. Cleaning up really well to the body and with his uppercuts now as the fight went on. Nakathila fighting a beautiful fight right now. Good jab by Nakathila. Another good jab by Nakathila. Nakathila comfortable, even drops the left hand a little bit. Tries to shoot a counter right hand over Berchelt's jab. Feeling real comfortable. Good left hook by Nakathila, and Berchelt complains about punch being on the top of the head, or I don't know. Felt it was the headbutt. Good jab by Nakathila. Continues to out-jab Berchelt. Berchelt bleeding from the nose in the center of the ring. Good jab by Berchelt. Big 1-2, back-to-back for Nakathila. Berchelt staying in there. Big left hook, big slow by Berchelt. Misses. It's more combinations. 1-2, knocks the mouthpiece out. Berchelt's mouthpiece knocked straight out after that 1-2. And he looks over at the ref, and the ref forced to pick that mouthpiece up. Takes him to the neutral corner now. But that right hand knocked the mouthpiece out. They may want to start thinking of stopping this fight even, because this is becoming just like the Valdez fight. He's taking a lot of punishment. And I like Miguel Berchelt. He's a nice man. He's a warrior. But he is taking a dangerous amount of punches in this fight and in his last fight. He is coming on like a warrior, but eating right hands. Nakathila fighting the fight of his life, triples up on his jab on the outside, walks Berchelt into a right uppercut. They trade left hooks, and Nakathila hurts Berchelt with his left hook, catches his left hook on the gloves, coming back. 1-2 by Nakathila. Beautiful fight right now by Nakathila. 6 rounds to zip. Knocked the mouthpiece clean out of Berchelt's mouth with a clean right hand. Beautiful shot on the replay coming up. Berchelt bleeding from the nose, bleeding from the mouth, swelling from his right eye. And thinking of a stoppage. That's it. They stop it. Good call. Good call. Miguel Berchelt is a good man. He was the champion at 1/3. That's it. The ref's calling it out. And the audience may not like it, but Berchelt took enough right hands to go down from 99% of fighters. He's the kind of guy we've seen will fight on instinct and reptile brain almost when, really he's not all the way there. He's concussed. That was as scary as a knockout you'll see last time. He was taking real punishment. It didn't look like he had to snap on his punches to even turn the fight around. TKO 7 for Jeremiah Nakathila after Berchelt forced to retire on his stool. This makes Shakur Stevenson look very impressive in hindsight, what he did to Nakathila. So let's see if we can get some post-fight interviews. Thanks, guys, for keeping it locked in. Teofimo Lopez and talk to him about this Haney Kambosos fight. Everything we want to know. So don't mind me. This is us. This is what we do. We walk through. We try to get those interviews, man. What's up, DC? Huh? Good, good. I gotta come see you.
Thank you for sure. Yeah. We'll always call you. You're the hardest one I know that you get in contact with.
No, I know.
I know you're busy. I know you be busy.
I will. Hey, we do tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Where are we at? What's up, Nico? Good to see you, bro. Great to see you, man.
You too.
What's the next fight at?
It's under Stevenson undercard.
Okay.
April 30th.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, here.
Beautiful. How you doing, my friend?
How are you?
Are you Nico's father?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, man.
My pleasure.
He's a great interview, good kid.
Oh, thank you.
Wish you the best for it.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Have a good night, man.
What's crazy is we talked yesterday, right? And then I go home. I was like, oh, I didn't know Porter had a podcast.
Right.
And then like this one. I didn't even know until last night.
Right.
When I'm sitting there, I'm like, and this shit is good.
Right.
That shit is good.
We're trying.
That shit is good.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I came across a clip and I was like, let me watch this shit.
Thank you, man.
Hella good.
Don't mind me. I'm trying to hunt down Teofimo.
Yo, do it. He's on the far side of the ring.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Good to see you, man. Good one. Yes, sir. See you, bro.
FightHype. What's up, baby? How you doing?
Thank you.
Yeah, very well.
Sorry.
Miguel, fuiste un guerrero esta noche, algo no fue suficiente. ¿Qué pasó? What happened tonight? You were a warrior in the ring until the last second. What happened?
Pues bueno, nos sorprendimos, yo estaba listo para seguir, soy un guerrero mexicano, pero bueno, el primer ring no sé por qué la paró, yo estaba bien, quería seguir la pelea, pero no me dejó salir, quería tener la máxima autoridad, entonces que resultar con la suerte.
I'm a little bit surprised. I really thought that I was in a condition to continue, but the referee decided to stop the fight. He's the ultimate authority. I have to respect that, but I wanted to continue. De cierta forma, desde el primer round se notó un poco que estabas tocado. ¿Tú te sentiste al 100% o sentiste las secuelas de lo que pasó con esta noche? Did you feel the sequel that night against Hospital?
No, me sentí bien, la verdad que yo tenía tuve una oportunidad de ganar. Yo creo que a lo mejor mejor
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you guys. Man. Good to see you guys. Hey Dennis, what'd you think in there real quick, man?
The fight was dope. To be honest with you, I didn't know either one of them. Like, I see that Berchelt has a big following. I don't know him, so, but it's a good fight, man. It's a good fight.
Taking some punishment, huh?
Yeah, like, dude was on. It was a great fight. Yo, what up?
This is where everybody goes. What's up, Darren? Hey, that was a good stoppage, though, wasn't it, Darren?
I wasn't even in there when it started. So
I don't think it's a good start.
You don't think, why, Dennis?
Let him fight. If he still want to fight, let him fight. Like, I don't think he seems fine to me, saying, and I don't think he was in an unwinnable situation because they both were rocking each other. So he could have got a late stoppage. You know what I'm saying, like, so I didn't like the stoppage, but I guess you can't argue it protecting a fighter.
Appreciate you, bro. I saw a senior over there. I'm gonna try and grab him.
Oh no, I gotta do that, bro. It's great
Thank you,
seeing
Dan. Thank you, Dan. Sorry. What's up, Rich? Do the interviews and then they walk right by as you're doing them.
It seemed like in the fourth round you did pretty good, but then in that last round you were able to, it looked like, really go after his nose and really damage him. When did you know you had this fight won?
Yeah, at that point I know he comes swing. You know, I smile at him and then I say.
They stopped it too early.
Nah, he's taking a lot of punishment, man.
He had his moments in the fight.
He did, but he's taking a lot of punishment.
Nice to see you.
You too, don't mind me, bro.
Just give my game plan, and then I capitalize, especially what I did.
You said in our pre-fight meetings that he was still asleep from the knockout against Oscar Valdez and you were going to put him to sleep. You think they let him get out?
Thank you.
Solamente haciendo, después de 10 días, solamente va a estar haciendo entrenamiento de cardio. Porque está 5'4", 336", 0863.
¿Me dice que ahorita qué?
No, que ahorita le cansó la mano por 10 días y el doctor dijo que la puede usar, pero no puede pegarle a nada. Entonces, peleamos como a finales de mayo, principios de junio, ya por un campeonato mundial en la 140.
Nosotros peleamos el 9 de abril en Costa Mesa, Cholo Fight, y de ahí vamos por Washington para el mundial. Entonces, como entre junio y julio, lo que se le ofrezca, vamos a ayudar a Shakur con la
Claro que sí.
No, Teo. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to catch up with you. What do you think of this Haney-Kambosos fight, man? If it comes through, what are your thoughts?
I think, listen, Kambosos is a dirty fighter. You know, going into that fight, that wasn't the plan that we had. You know, when after the first round, my son couldn't breathe, and you know, it's like somebody shoots you twice. He had 2 holes in his body, and he couldn't breathe. Everybody knows what happened, and he started fighting. You know, his fight. You know, my son don't fight like that. You know, we stay in the outside all the time, and you know, that wasn't our game plan. I couldn't coach him. He was uncoachable because he couldn't breathe. He couldn't box. So you know, that shit happens, bro. You know, I think Devin has him. Devin has him. You know what I'm saying? Devin is a great boxer, and this guy's gonna be short-lived. You know what I'm saying? Kambosos not gonna hold those belts. You know, the first fight he has with a top contender, he's gonna lose. You know, he's a dirty fighter. Fights with his head down. You know, one thing about fighters like that, we never fight going forward like that. You know, aggressive like that, because you know you get head-butted. You know, you saw my son's got a big ass slash, and you know, and he had to commit because he couldn't breathe. He just wanted to get him out of there. You know, but we stood at 135 too long, man. 9 years at 135, 9 fucking years, you know. And a lot of, you know, I don't want to name companies, but they screwed us up, man. They held us for a whole year. We should have just let go of those belts at the 135 weight division after Lomachenko. He even fought Loma hurt, you know. He had, you know, we didn't even say anything about his elbow or his wrist, you know, because we're not like that. We don't make excuses when we have injuries like that. We make excuses, you know, when you don't have no freaking lungs, because that's what the sport's all about. You know, you can't play basketball, soccer, or any sport without lungs. You know, and you know, we almost lost him, and I'm just so happy that he's still around. You know, we're gonna do great. I'm his coach. I'm always gonna be his coach. He's never gonna leave me. You know, I didn't do nothing wrong in that fight. I was just a motivational coach that night. You know, because of his situation. You know, we're thinking about putting in an assistant coach and see what happens.
Joey Gamache again or someone else?
We don't know yet. You know, I got to talk to my son about that. He needs rest right now. You know, he's got to have 10 days of rest before they take the stitches out. Then after that, we'll start doing some cardio. We could, you know, he told him that he could jump rope, he could shadow box, he could run. So we're going to do all of that. You know, get ready. And then 6 weeks, 8 weeks from now, we'll start sparring.
What advice could you give, you know, being the trainer that went up against Kambosos to beat him? What's some of the things you got to do?
No, like what we always do. Stay in the outside and keep on touching. That's it. That's the way we fight. You know, we don't commit. We don't commit until we start breaking you down, you know. And that's when we commit, and then we take you out of there. My son was just fighting like that because he couldn't breathe. I mean, everybody know that he won't fight like that. But, you know, props to Kambosos, you know. It was his night, he got lucky. And, you know, but he's going to be short-lived, you know. Let him enjoy those belts. You know, he's running around there like you know, like a kid that wanted candy. He has his candy, so, you know. But I'm telling you, Devin has his number. Devin could beat him, you know, because, you know, Devin doesn't commit. Devin stays at the outside. He boxes him. He's going to win every round. So, you know, I don't see Kambosos beating anybody that's high level right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just think that we stood at 135 too long, man. You know, that cutting that weight, you know, it was just killing us. And I'm just so happy that we're going straight to a world title now at 140. And you know, and you're hearing it from me right now. You know, I'm never wrong, and I said it. The only way we could lose is by health.
James.
And come May, end of May, beginning of June, we're gonna start taking all the belts at 140. you know, and once we do that, we move up to 147.
Is Barbosa first at 140, or is
We don't know who we're fighting, though, you know what I'm saying? No, because we're fighting for a world title.
Okay.
So I think so. He could be a contender. I don't know. We got to sit down with Bob. Right now, what's more important is his health. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the fans, I just got to tell them that nobody knows what he went through, you know. Like, he was in ICU for 4 days. We almost lost him. And that shit's not going to happen again. You know what I'm saying? But you learn from your mistakes. And I'm just waiting for him to get all the titles at 140. That's it.
And lastly, Tio, and again, I'm happy your son's okay, and we keep him in the sport, obviously. But with Rolly and Tank, man, what do you think of that fight?
That's a 50-50 fight, you know. But I think I got Rolly a little bit ahead because of his punching power, and Rolly's working, man. Rolly's a hard worker. You know, he don't party, he don't drink, he don't smoke. You know, and that's my boy, you know what I'm saying?
Are you going to work with him for the fight?
We don't know. I just saw his coach coming out right now. You know, he told me to come by the gym. You know, they work out every day. You know, I'm not going to say what time or whatever it is or where it's at. But, you know, just for security purposes. But, you know, I'll be there. You know, if he needs me, I'll be there, you know. But I just want to let everybody know, you know, my son going to be fight of the year again. I'm going to be trainer of the year again. You know, Canelo got it in 2019. We got it in 2020. Canelo got it again in 2021. We're gonna get it again in 2022. You know what I'm saying? I just want my son to be healthy and get those 3 fights. You know, we got 2 pay-per-view fights and 1 ESPN. We're gonna do the first ESPN first, and then we get the 2 pay-per-view fights at the end of the year. You know, maybe August and then December. Mm-hmm. So, you know, he's going to be busy this year. But we want him healthy. You know, I spoke with Bob, and Bob is, you know, 100% with me. We're not going to put him in the ring no more with him being hurt, you know. You know, people don't know about these situations. We never complain about it, you know. But, you know, he had a lot of bone structures that in his elbow that they had to suck out because, you know, it was bothering him with his nerves. And then his wrist. You know, because he broke his hand. I saw him with the
cast on tonight.
Yeah, he broke his hand, you know, when he fought William Silva. I think it was his 7th or 8th fight. And, you know, and one of the nerves was bothering him because he has titanium in his hands. So it was bothering one of his nerves. And we got one of the best doctors from LA, Dr. Chin, and he took care of it, you know, 2 days ago. So we got to wait 10 days. Once they take that off, then that's when we start working, you know.
And I know Junior did really good against sparring against Ugas. Do you think Ugas?
Listen, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody in the world could beat my son. Like I told everybody, the only way you could beat him, because I know my son is asthmatic. You know, and the only way somebody could beat my son is if he's not healthy. You don't think Bosa's was listening to him breathing hard? Come on, bro. That motivated that dude, bro. That dude's fake. He's a fake dude, bro. You know, my son was wheezing. I was trying to stop the fight. 3rd, 4th round, I said, yo, you want me to stop the fight? Because he was wheezing, bro. He was like, he couldn't breathe. He had a hole in his chest and throat. That's the past, man. I don't want to talk about that no more. You know what I'm saying?
I
want to take over the 140.
Wondering, is he mentally okay after this
No,
loss?
he's 100% good because he knows what happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like we lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? That was a split decision fight. You know, I really believe they just wanted to shut me up. You know, I'm saying there's a lot of hate in boxing. You know, I don't know what the other 2 referees were looking at. You know what I'm saying? But you got to beat the champ to be the champ. You know, and my son hurt that boy. You know, that was a flash knockdown that my son had, and it was because of the same shit. You know, after the first minute, he was doing amazing. We was working the great plan, and then, Bob, he falls. You know, gets up right away. You know, you have to give him, you got to give him something, bro, because he's the world champion. He got 4 belts. You can't just give out those 4 belts to somebody. You got to earn that shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't dominate my son in the sense that he won convincingly. You know what I'm saying? He's the world champion. You know, so now we're with Top Rank. Everything's good. You know, I'm happy. Bob said nothing changes. Everything stays the same. You know, he didn't lose none of his sponsors. And we just got to make a big comeback this year and show the whole world why he was always been the best. You know what I'm saying? And become undisputed back to back.
Bring the takeover back.
We're gonna bring it back. You know what I'm saying? At 140, he's gonna feel amazing. You know. He told me, you know, like when he was gonna fight in June. You know, when Floyd came in and started saying that he was gonna fight in June, and the same day that he was gonna fight, you know, we was ready. You know, and he told me, he even started crying because he told me, Dad, we trained so hard, like we was ready. You know, and he felt 100% good that night. You know, and then they canceled the fight, and they kept on canceling, and they kept on canceling. You know, and then you keep on training, and then they keep on canceling. You know, that fucks with your head. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm not gonna make no excuses. I'm just gonna let everybody know. I don't want to talk about that no more. You know, it's a new era now at 140, and everybody's gonna see why he's the best. And you know what? The best thing about my son is that he does so good because he could carry that punch to 154, 147. You know what I'm saying? And not a lot of people could do that at 135. You know, but for us, it's gonna be easier. You know, because you know we spar with world champions. I mean, since he was 13, he was fighting, you know, big dudes, 140, 147, 154 pounders. You know, since he was 13, 14, 15, you know, world champions.
Like
so, yeah, you know, like Ugas, like Sean Porter, like all these great fighters, and he would do really good. Why? Because of his speed, and then he could carry a punch, you know, and that's why I tell everybody, longevity is better than you winning one fight and then nobody's gonna remember you because then you're gonna keep on losing. You know, look what happened to Berchelt. You know, he was getting caught with that right hand every time. He would throw that jab, he would catch it with that over right hand. You know, and I even told their corners, yo, he's timing that jab. He's timing that jab. He, you know, tell him to double up. Don't throw one jab. To throw double jab so you get him off. You know, so you can get him off his footwork. You know, off balance, so he doesn't throw that over right hand on him. You know, Berchelt had a lot of heart, man. I mean, this was a great fight. You know, everybody got their money's worth.
Him from himself, right? Because he's not going to quit.
Of course not. You know what I'm saying? And Berchelt is just an amazing fighter, and he'll be back, man. He'll be back. You know, I think he needs more footwork. He needs a lot of footwork. You know, concentrate more on footwork, and him not throwing those. You know, give him a little bit more feints. You know, so you know, instead of throwing the jab all the time. You know, because that guy was just timing that jab. You know what I'm saying? Feint that jab, pull back, come back with the right hand, you know, because he's coming in. You know, shit like that, you know. So it's like, to me, what Berchelt needs is, because he's a strong fighter, and he could take a punch. But what he needs is boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I wish him the best. I hope he's okay. And, you know, he'll be back. He'll be back stronger, you know.
Thank you, Senior. Just good to catch up with you, man, and always wishing the best to you and your son, man.
Yeah, man, don't miss it, man. 140-pound weight division, man, it's gonna be ours. You know, we will start in June, beginning of June. I think it's gonna, you know, to be more precise, it's probably gonna be in the beginning of June, the first week of June or something like that. You know, we want him to be 100%. You know, he's been fighting hurt since the Loma fight. You know, I mean, he had that injury before the Loma fight. You know, the elbow injury and the wrist injury, he had it before the Loma fight. We didn't get surgery or anything like that because we was gonna fight Cambosis, you know, right away with Triller, you know, and you know, $6 million and all this shit, and we went for that, and you know, I think it was a bad decision. I think we should have just left the belts right after Loma and got him healthy, and you know, for him to come back, but that's the past, and I'm just telling everybody, man. You know, he will be world champion again at 140, and you know, and maybe 2 more fights after that, and he'll be undisputed at 140. Something that nobody has ever done, you know, back to back.
Thank you, Tio.
You got it,
Thank you, brother. Good to see you.
You already know the takeover, Teofimo Lopez Sr. right here, baby, all day.
Appreciate you, Senior. Good to see you, brother. All right, let's see if there is anything else for us to navigate. Looks like Tim Bradley and the crew have not finished up yet. What's up, Ryan? Not gonna stake it out for Tim?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get Nikita real quick. They're gonna interview Teofimo up there now.
Okay. Oh, Junior's still here. Oh shit. All right. I'll go with you for Nakathila. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still waiting to get in.
Right. Cool. Thank you, Evan.
Congratulations. Tell me what you're feeling right now. Right about now.
Where is it? Yeah, so you go there, I'll get this.
If I do, though, Marcus is going to come over to Tim and try to claim he was here first. And Ryan. Oh, well. He didn't want anything to get too far away from the topic of the sun. And then Devin beats him. I felt bad doing that to Dennis. We'll do that right now. Okay. Cool. Alright. Cool, bro. Alright, thank you. Alright, my beloved boxing fans, we are just chilling and waiting. Let's see, there is Teofimo Lopez and Tim Bradley. And what we're doing right now is just waiting down here by these steps for them to walk down and see if they can give us a minute or two. So that's the game plan. Over there, some of my colleagues are getting ready to interview Jeremiah Nakathila after he won his fight against Berchelt. My man in the pink, my man Ryan Burton, going to go ahead and shoot that for us while we try to wait over here for the crew of Tim Bradley, Mark Kriegel, and Teofimo Lopez. So, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Yo. And Junior did say he's not talking tonight, but just what? Okay. All right, brother. Later. Appreciate you guys chilling during this dead time. That's how this stuff goes. You just sit around and wait and hope you get some. Let me know in the chat if you guys enjoyed the round by round call tonight. Doom doom doom, live on stage. Dun, dun. Doom doom doom, live on stage. Teofimo said interview Nakathila. We're going to have that up on the site. My man over here is taking care of that. In the pink, he's going to be interviewing. See, right now he's about to get Nakathila. So, two places at once. Because if I leave this spot right here, I won't be able to get Teofimo and or Tim Bradley. So I got to stay on this spot. Because the way it works, what we do, if another reporter's here before I am, he gets dibs. Now, I personally don't give a shit if the other reporters jump in on mine, but it's not always the case the other way around, which I understand. So just you know, filling the airtime, letting you guys know tricks of the trade. Appreciate you, Adrian D. Appreciate it, man. Teofimo, appreciate you understanding the situation as well. Live on stage. Uh-oh, look at it, people. It's Michelle Phelps. No, many Many fans out there of this woman. Hello, Michelle.
Hey.
What's going on? Get your live on, girl.
Live?
Yes.
My bad.
No, you're good. We're all doing the same thing, right? Waiting for Tim. We're waiting for Tim, right?
Well, I'm waiting around for whomever may appear.
Yeah. I want to get this damn Kambosos Haney prediction from Teo Jr.
Oh, shoot.
That's what I want to get. Early prediction, Michelle?
No, you know me. I don't do any predictions.
Okay. All right. Smart girl.
I like to sit on the fence.
There you go. And allow to spontaneously happen whatever may happen.
Yes, may the best man win.
There you go. But who do you think's gonna win though?
No, but really, like, who do you think?
Yeah.
I'm ready for my ride. As soon as my ride's here.
That's code for Devin Haney by stoppage. Clearly that's what.
Is that what you got for me?
Yeah. Sean, does Teo have any opponents yet? Well, his Arnold Barbosa Jr. kept being rumored, but his pops kept talking about a title fight. Maybe that means fighting Ramirez or Zepeda, who are ranked 1 and 2 for the WBC, or fighting the winner of that fight. Maybe Taylor vacates very soon, and all those 4 belts will be freed up, and he gets to fight for one of them, probably the IBF, because that's the organization that first ranked him.
Still sitting?
Thank you, ProDoc18. Appreciate you, man. Lelos Boxing. Shout out to Lelos, man. Vámonos. Appreciate you, brother. $817 Boxing B. This ain't no casual chat. You're keeping it locked down and fight hype. We got the realest fans. I actually believe that too. Like, I have to say that. So, I'd be an idiot, but I actually believe you guys are the most legit fans, the fight hype fans. We keep it live on stage. Looks like the former undisputed lightweight champ Teofimo Lopez is getting ready to come on down. Let's see if the young man already let me know. I don't want to talk, but let's see if I could just Haney Kambosos. Let's give that a shot, people.
Here it is.
Finishing up with the great Mark Kriegel, finishing their man hug. Mark Kriegel trying to give the young man some wisdom, I'm sure. Look, young man, fuck all the dumb shit, okay? You're a great talent, go handle your business. Something along those lines, but just much more eloquently put. Now that guy's ass is in the way, I apologize. If only this mic could zoom in so far that we could just hear what they're saying. I'll narrate. Look, kid, I'm from New York, you're from New York. You're super talented, I'm super talented. Let's just run the game. You know what I'm saying? You punch motherfuckers and I commentated. You feel me, Teo? And Teo's like, absolutely, yeah, of course, Mark, of course. Yes, man. Hey, Mark, I'm gonna be fucking people up. Just be ready to commentate it. Be ready to commentate. No, but see, when you fuck them up, Teo, set it up to the body. Set it up to the body. See, I'm Mark Kriegel. I know that. I covered Larry Holmes. Hold on. We gotta keep this narration going. Oh, no. Okay, no, Mark. Another hug. Is that the last hug? It is. All right. Moment of truth time. Like Gangstar rapped, a moment of truth.
Cheers, man.
Oh, yeah. JETS. We got heart. Yeah.
builds character.
We don't got wins, but we got heart. Knicks fan as well. I do love the Jets, but I love the 49ers more. Now Joe Tessitore giving the young man that game. And Bernardo was everyone giving the young man the game. Yes. I just give it to you right now. What is it? Was it? See that cast on that hand. See that cast right there. Joe Tessitore.
No, I wish everybody got tacos. Also, they're great tacos.
He's pissed off because they got carrots.
I was underneath. I couldn't find the You know what I'm saying? It's like underneath. Yeah, I see it. It's there.
Well, this is like about
Look at Tim Brown. And man works hard. That's the doctor right there, PhD in the sport.
it's going to be almost the same shit. Because we was always going to fight to fight. Now, beat him, get that
Off you, Mark.
I enjoyed listening in to you guys.
How you doing, Mark? So, we got the Haney Kambosos, Mark. What do you think?
I think Haney Kambosos will happen, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's a good fight. Going to be tough to win it overseas. The kid is a little bit bigger. Kambosos not the biggest lightweight in the world. I don't know. What do you think, Mark? You're who the people
About
pay
the fight?
Yes.
Do we know that they're fighting yet?
Not yet.
We kind of know, right?
What do you think if Haney weren't to accept this deal?
I think that Haney will accept this deal. I think it will. If I were a betting man, I would say I'd bet that it would be in short order. How about that?
Maybe fight this guy.
Which guy?
Bite your shoulder?
That's my man.
Yo, Tio, we just get a Haney Kambosos. Who do you think wins that fight, brother?
Oh, fuck. No, it's a made fight for Haney. Yeah.
In what way? What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Oh, the whole shit was a scheme, bro. They had the zone. I was on the zone platform. They gave it to Kambosos because they knew what I was gonna do with it. They knew what I was gonna do. I was gonna drop him. Then it's a longer process for Devin to become quote unquote undisputed. It's all a game, man. They pay that shit.
Isn't it gonna be? Isn't it gonna be tough to win in Australia though? Like if it's a setup, isn't it? When they set it up in America, not Australia, where? Why?
Everything's already made. It's everything. I had to see that for myself. So they already knew who won before they even fucking announced it. See the tapes.
Hey, Tio, what advice would you give Dev though on what he's got to do in the ring with Kambosos?
Fuck Buffalo.
Hey, Tio, is the hand okay, man?
Dile, yo soy un bizcocho.
Yo, Tio, last one, man. Back in June? Back in June, Tio? Back in June. All right, champ.
Ven, come on.
Papi.
Yo, Teo, appreciate you, man. Just want to say, hope good to see you again. And good to see you, moms.
Okay.
Take care.
Hey.
Hope everything good. See you guys. Thank you again, so have a good night, brother. Thank you. See you. What's up, man? Good to see you. All right, cash flow. All right. Yep. Oh shit, night shot. Hold on. Thank you. Not my proudest moment, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Mark, thank you, brother. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'd rather. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You can
Put a little stare on that side real quick.
That was his chance when we were with him. That was his. I want to see the practice.
Right. Right. He's right. I know. I just can't help it. You know, it's more just look. You're in there with the guy. What do you got to do? What do you got to do? It's something you got to do. You know, don't get caught up doing this. Or, you know, he knows. He just. I feel fuck that. What do I care? Why would I give advice to him? I hate him. I get it. But I'm curious. What would you do? What do you do? You know? I did feel kind of bad. I can't give advice. Let me ask the guy who can. Hey,
Nick.
You fought him, you know. What do you do?
Same kind of deal.
You can tell me.
I'm just leaving
No one's
power
watching.
and stuff that's supposed to be up here.
You just between me, you, and
Where do you
a
want me to
million
leave
people
this
on
attack
fight.
that's going to travel with you?
Just lay it right here.
Okay. This is the stuff that's going to start.
Don't we all?
Tim looks hungry.
Huh?
I said Tim looks hungry.
Oh no, April. No, I'll be at the wedding. But the week after.
You're not going April 9th?
No, well, I know, right?
I thought you'd go after your mom.
I want to, but why? You know, my wife.
Well, you gotta take her on a honeymoon.
She's like, hang out with me. You know, we can watch the fights at home.
You know, she said that to say why.
She didn't
but
say.
But after you say why, die.
No, or why? Yeah. Compare. Are
you going anywhere?
Step out of range. There's more options, Ryan. Alan. Sorry, Alan. We always wind up strategizing against our wives and what defensive posture we want to take. No honeymoon. Yeah. We're gonna stay by Tito's house at the M for like a night. It's hard. Our son is so attached to us. Nobody wants to watch him because he freaks out. Mommy, Dad.
Yeah, it's first.
Yeah. I know, but his grandparents got stepped the fuck up.
I saw him get
willing to take the challenge. As soon as he starts crying, they're like, yeah. Kevin Gaming, that is the plan, bro. That is exactly the plan. I'm more afraid of his response than Sammy's too. Like he does, for sure. Although Sammy is got that Mexican left hook, you know, very natural for her to just, yeah, it's just there. Well, yeah, I could trade you to Teofimo. You could swap.
Hey, did he cop on you guys too?
Who?
Jeremiah?
Oh no, he did?
Yeah, he's copping on everyone's face.
Man, he's getting gyry. He's getting gyry, man. He's getting gyry. Although that's Jamaican, totally different part of the world in Namibia, but Tim, only if you force Tito to say.
I'm about to tap out, to be honest.
Just 3 more minutes, guys. I need.
You know what's the problem is with half a year? I've been holding since like 2 fights. So I'm about to tap out.
All right. But we look.
Because otherwise, I might have to
like
find the
we
exit.
look more like assholes now. But with the 4 of us, it's like, who knows the video?
All right, go ahead. Does he feel more, inclined to want to do it?
I feel so. Because it's
like you invited you over to his house and stuff. Not quite bad.
not yet.
It's like you can take it to his other home, right? Say hi to him and.
I work with his son, try to teach him, don't do it like Trench, do it like I do.
Tim usually gives it.
Oh, he does.
We had the Boxing Lab podcast. It's episode 1.
Yeah. Back in for the WBC IBF unification.
I was there.
See, guys? Told you. Little faith and love. They're pretty buff too. Man, them bodyguards about to fuck us up. Okay.
All right, Tim.
Yeah. Unreal.
We'll be quick with it, Tim. We'll be quick with it.
Hold on, before you guys start going, I want to give him a second.
He's giving him a few minutes. Answer the question like that. Answer the question like this.
Tim
What's up,
Bradley,
Tim?
how are you, my man?
How you guys doing, man?
Dude, I was surprised about what happened, but it just didn't look like Berchelt was him. I hate to say it, but it doesn't look like there's much left.
Nah, he definitely was a shell of himself. In the fighter meeting, I knew something wasn't right, especially when I asked him and his trainer. I said, "What was the test during the training camp?" Because I've been in a situation similar to his, and I had the fight of the year with Ruzan Papanikov. Took a lot of punishment in that fight, some big shots, and I knew mentally I wasn't the same. I was unsure of myself if I could take a punch. Taking that many shots during the course of a fight. So what my trainer did, Joel Diaz at the time, put me in the ring first day in the gym against Lucas Matisse, big puncher. And he's like, you're either going to sink or you're going to swim. And depending on how you look today, we're going to take the Marquez fight or not, depending on how you look today. If you look gun shy, whatever it is, can't take a punch, whatever, then we're not going to take the fight because I care about your health. All right, so I got in the ring, held my own, wasn't spooked at all. I fought the best I possibly could. I was out of shape, but, Matisse, he did his thing. But after that, we said, oh, we're ready. We're ready because I was in there with a big puncher, and he wanted to see how I react to it. You don't want to wait till you get here to see how your fighter react. You got to test them in the gym. We always hear fights are won in the gym. That's true. They are won inside the gym and how you prepare for things. He should have got tested before he got in there because I saw a guy that was gun shy inside the ring
I saw a guy a little bit confused as far as, you know, how to beat, because a little bit of his nature was probably taken away because he was trying to be a little bit more economical and more defensive with his approach because he didn't want to get hit. So, but it is what it is, you know, and I said during the telecast or during the broadcast, I said, man, you know, mentally it affects you, and not only mentally but physically. When he got hit with that jab and he went down, on, you know, right on the chin, that right there, you know, told me so. His legs never looked great at all. Never looked like he was, you know, his legs was ever stabilized. Yeah, he was always walking on eggshells, you know. And that's Berchelt. That is Berchelt, but when he would end the round and go back to the corner, I was like, oh my gosh, like somebody needs to step up and stop this action, because he's taking some big shots. Nakathila is a big puncher, and I also said that if he can get past Nakathila, punching power, I mean that right hand, then he can possibly do something in his division. Obviously, that didn't happen tonight, so I would advise. I mean, only he knows his body, but just based on what I saw tonight, shell of himself now. Oscar Valdez fight probably ended his career, no doubt about it.
Tim, just to move on to another guy from Mexico with Canelo, what chances does Dimitri Bivol have of beating him?
He has a really good chance of beating Canelo, I think, but it can't be close, and that's the thing. If it's close, Canelo's gonna get the nod. We know Canelo's gonna put the pressure and try to walk down Bivol. Bivol inside game is not that great. It's not great. It's not, you know, prolific or in any way, but his footwork on the outside, his movement, his jab, that's one thing that frustrates the counterpuncher. When they get hit in the face with that jab, it's like you always got to reset. Okay, whatever you was thinking about doing, bop, and get it, dang it. All right, got to go back to the drawing board. And if he can keep his feet moving and, you know, not allow Canelo to pressure him and get him on the ropes and do what Canelo does, and I think he has a really good chance of beating him. I've said this in the past. I said, if a guy's going to beat him, it's going to be this guy. It's going to be Bivol. It's going to be Bivol. If the guy's going to beat him, it's going to be Bivol.
Why him over David and Beterbiev? That's what everybody else is talking.
See, the thing is that, you know, David, I believe, is a tough fight. I've also said that too. I've said he's a tough fight, but I would favor Canelo because David is there to be hit. Canelo don't like guys that move, and he has to cut off the ring, you know, and track him down. You know, that could probably be a little bit contradictory there because when he fought against, what was his name? Caleb, no, not Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant, I thought that Billy Joe Saunders, and he moved around and the whole night, he was able to cut him off. But it's the way you move. It's being set all the time, being set to punch. If you go and you look at Triple G fight, Triple G will move subtly, move back, you know, to the side, use his jab, and he will counterpunch effectively. You know, when he used his jab, he kept Canelo at bay. He was having success. So it's also how you move, not just running around the ring and trying to get space. No, it's here's subtle movement here, pop, pop, pop. Oh, subtle movement here, pop, pop, pop. You know, and making Canelo miss and making him pay because you know those hooks are coming. You know those hooks are coming, man. That's what he truly specializes in. The left hooks and foot feints and hand feints and high feints he does. And, you know, he uses that high guard trap a lot. You know, a lot. So, I don't know. I think Bivol will be okay being able to figure that out. You know, punch him in between that target.
You think he'll make it the 12 rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think it'll be a fight where it's split decision, like really close?
I don't know. You know, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know how the fight's going to be. I'm just saying if it is close, then Canelo's going to win the fight. I think that Bivol has to put on a boxing clinic. Just literally a boxing clinic and make Canelo miss and make him pay as often as he possibly can. And he has punching power also to hurt Canelo, I believe, too. So, yeah. But it's a lot, man. You can take in so many factors you can take in, man. You can take in the fact that Bivol hasn't been active enough. I mean, you can put that in the bag. Canelo's been actively fighting, the most active champion out there, undisputed champion out there. The fact that he's faced big guys, he's been in the ring with big guys, He's used to the power now. He understands what he can and cannot do. You got to take that into account. You got to take into account that it's Canelo and how mentally strong he is. You know, go along with that skill. You know, he has a certain aura about him, so you got to take that into account too. So, great fight. I salute Canelo. I'm not gonna lie, Bivol is a bad boy, and if he beats and clearly beats or dominates Bivol, bro, like, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt in my mind, because as of right now, Crawford is my number one guy. But without a doubt, I mean, I don't care how you put him. You put Canelo number one, to understand the accolades, the whole nine. He's been fighting champions, knocking them out the whole nine. Crawford been knocking out guys too, you know, but not at that level. But then you got to give him respect, bro, because this is a big guy that can box, also punch, you know what I mean, and come from that old school style of boxing, you know. Go ahead.
Out of all the guys who could have fought, he picked the hardest fight.
I thought he picked the hardest fight.
Are you surprised though that he did that?
I was completely surprised. I mean, it just tells you, you know, Canelo's about legacy. Yeah, the money too, but this dude is about legacy, man. He's chasing legacy. He wants to be, what do you call that?
Mexico's greatest.
Mexico's greatest. Morality. What is it called? Immortality. There it is. Immortal. Stay in the game. And, you know, when he die out, his name is still, you know, resonating with the fans and just in boxing in general. And he's on the course of that, man, because I think what he's doing is he's going to kill two birds with one stone. He's going to fight Triple G. He's going to fight So he's going to fight this fight. If he gets through this fight, then he's going to fight Triple G. So he's going to take care of that. You know, he didn't win and all that stuff by stopping Triple G. You know, and then he'll get a belt at 175, which makes a lot of sense. And then he'll fight the winner of and another Undisputed Championship. And if you got a guy that wins 2 Undisputed Championships back to back, oh my gosh, dude!
But do you think he goes through with the Better Be a fight if Better Be a beats Joe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, because like I told you, it's
you
more.
Told me he's straight lines Better Be it.
He is a straight line, but he's tough. He's tough and he's durable. He can take a punch. I don't know if he can take Canelo's punch, but I know he can take a punch. But yeah, I see him doing that. I see him possibly doing that, or maybe waiting a little while, see if he can see any kind of slippage, maybe, and then taking on that fight.
So if he fights Triple G after Bivol, do you look at that as a competitive fight still, or it just seems like you're moving on?
Well, maybe Triple G's a guy that is just some guys that will give you a good fight. Maybe he's that
is that case, but you know, just judging upon Triple G's last performance and just see him slowly deteriorating, you know, late in fights, he's getting hit more often. I think Canelo's on a different level, and I think that Canelo just has his number now. He knows what he has to do. He has to pressure him, put him on his back foot, you know, avoid the jab, counter punch, go to his body, just as he did before. The weakness is still there, no doubt about it.
And lastly, Tim, man, just Rolly Tank. Rolly Tank, man. I read your article about Rolly. Sounds like you're not writing him off like necessarily like everyone else. What do you think of that fight? Does he stand a chance of pulling that off?
See, Rolly was on my thing. It was on the lookout because he's just a different cat. I mean, explosive, cocky, a guy that, you know, is surprising. He's spontaneous, you know, and he can surprise you. And all it takes is one punch, and he's strong. He's super strong, man. But when you're fighting a guy like Gervonta Davis, that is technically sound, you know, accurate with his shots, you know, precise with his punches, and just confident, you know, it's going to be tough for Rolly. You know, and you read, I said, somebody has the discipline to be able to tame this beast and deal with the roughhouse tactics and so on and so forth, that he can be beat. So,
you said not without a fight, though.
Not without a fight, because he's going to fight. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think with the Cruz fight, he kind of showed like the pressure could work against a guy like Gervonta, right?
Facts. Yeah. It can. I mean, against any southpaw, against any fighter, a lot of times pressure. I mean, even against Floyd Mayweather. I mean, you look at it, Floyd Mayweather, you know, would isolate you more times than none with his movement and just, you know, his combinations and his jab and, you know, his quick reflexes and, you know, quick responses off the counter. But, you know, We saw Matisse get in close. We saw what's the kid name? Not Broner. The Madonna. Yeah, not Matisse. Madonna.
Talking about Floyd?
We saw Castillo get close. I mean, Cotto get close. So like
Jesus Chavez.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of guys, but they still didn't figure out the puzzle. But I'm just saying, like, there's vulnerability there. I believe with Tank as well. If you can take his power and you can beat on to the body and pressure him, and and you got a punch too to where he's respected, then he's beatable. Every fighter's beatable, man. Every fighter's beatable. But
thanks, guys. Thank you.
Anyways,
Tim.
all right, guys.
Thank you so much, Tim. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
Hey, you're too kind, man. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Tim. See you. Thank you. Cool. All right, fellas. Thank you, fellas. All right, fellas. All right, everybody tuned in. That's it. That's all. You don't gotta go home, but you do gotta leave the Fight Hype chat because we're about to shut it down once I log off. So thanks everybody for joining us live. I had a lot of fun rocking with everybody. Much love to you. Yeah, man. Keep it locked in on Fight Hype. Thanks everybody.